What's up? What's going on, everybody? And in today's video, we are going to be going over lymphatic drainage. Now, lymphatic drainage is super important for your body's ability to basically get rid of waste. Your lymph system is a system in your body that helps you get rid of the waste and excess that you have in your body so it can be processed properly. However, the lymphatic system is not like your blood system or your circulatory system in that it pumps and it runs by itself. Your lymphatic system needs to be basically manually moved. When I say manually moved, I mean that the fluid that is lymph fluid needs to be able to get to the proper spots. So the only way you can do that is through movement. So if you're not moving around a lot, or you're not getting movement in certain areas, this is going to block up and stagnate your lymph system. If you're on any sort of health journey, or you're just looking to overall improve your health and well being, dealing with the lymphatic system is going to be super important. So I'm going to do less talking and we're going to do more moving. This is the big six. So I got this from Dr. Perry Nicholson, and the whole point in this is to basically give your body a jump start, lymphatic jump start. This is perfect for anybody who's detoxing on, again, any sort of health journey or anything like that. Is going to help your body out tremendously, because if you can't properly get rid of the waste in your body, then you cannot properly bring in nutrients into your body. So let's get it going. First thing that we're going to do is, and we'll spend about 30 seconds ish. I don't have an exact timer here. So we'll do 30 seconds ish on each thing. Okay, so we're going to start off a big bundle of lymph nodes is going to be right underneath the collarbone, kind of where your first rib is. Okay, so a couple things you can do here is tapping like this, or a rubbing. Okay, I will oscillate in between those two, but we can go ahead and get started. I like to do only one side at a time on this specific one. So I'm just going back and forth here. This is also, you may notice some of these spots might be a little tender or painful. That probably means that you have some sort of lymph block. And if they're not tender or painful, it doesn't mean that you don't have a lymph block. It's just if you can visibly feel it right then and there, it's probably a blockage that needs your help in removing. Okay, so we got about 30 seconds. We'll go over to the other side. Same deal. Again, I'm going underneath my collarbone here. You can use a broad hand stroke. You can go a little bit above it as well. The lymph node is going to be right here, or bundle of lymph nodes, I should say. It's not one lymph node. The purpose in the big six is to stimulate where you have the biggest bundles of lymph in your body in a specific way. Okay. There we go. And you might notice your body kind of feeling a little bit looser as you do some of these, because if you have a buildup of lymph fluid, this is going to cause pressure and achiness, especially by the joints that we're around, aka the shoulders. The next one we're going is the neck. So the sides of the neck, so kind of underneath here, just like this. Again, we're stimulating that area. And you can go all the way back towards the back of your neck, and you're getting the sides and underneath the neck. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. Again, when we do this, you are not trying to do a hard massage. You are just rubbing and tapping the area. It's not something that needs to really be an aggressive, sports massage kind of deal. You are just stimulating the area and helping the lymph fluid move around. Okay, so in the big six, if you're following along, we did step one and then step two. Step three is going to be armpit. Okay, so armpit, just like this. Again, we are stimulating that area, and then we're getting a tap going on here, just like this. Okay. Nice and simple. Again, you can get a tap or a rub. That lymph node is going to be in the armpit and also kind of like right where the chest and the armpit meet. You just give it a nice tap here. And again, you could oscillate between tapping and rubbing, whatever kind of feels best for your body. Perfect. We get the other side. Same deal. Just in case I forget to let you know, if you're doing some of this work, you can do this anywhere between 1 and 3 times a day. Warning, if you're doing it 3 times a day or 2 times a day, even once a day, you definitely need to make sure that you're having extra water. If you do it 3 times a day, you are really going to start detoxing. You might even notice like some bumps or some rashes start to form in those areas that you were working on. Okay, that would be completely normal. That is your body detoxing. If you start to see bumps and rashes, that's basically your body detoxing that exact area, and your body is actively trying to get the toxins and everything and basically the sewage system flowing and moving. So that would not be out of the ordinary. Sometimes if people are really detoxing, you may even start to feel run down. Maybe you get a headache, or maybe you even have cold like symptoms. That would probably mean that you're really detoxing. Sometimes this lasts for a few days. Normally what happen if you're doing it for a longer period of time, but it could happen. But again, don't be alarmed. That is your body detoxing, so it's kind of a good thing that you're doing that. Next one, we're going circles around the stomach. Some here. Right. So another bundle of lymph nodes is going to be right here and kind of here, but there are a bunch in the stomach and the hips and right here. So we're kind of getting and promoting some flow here with the lymph system, but also just getting some flow in through the organs as well, because your organs do need to move around to help kind of promote the health of any organs. They really have like this dance that they do when you're breathing and the pressure is constantly changing. What we want to do is assist the body in what it's already doing. Your body is already doing this lymph work, it's already doing the detox work. All you're doing is assisting it, almost adding uh, fuel to the fire, if you will. Okay, so right here we'll go a little bit longer, and then we'll get the next spot. Okay, the next spot is going to be the hips. So if you find your hip bones and you come in slightly, and you can even come down towards the pelvic bone on either side, that's where we want to go. You have bundles of lymph nodes on both sides. A lot of times, if people are they have some constipation, they have some bloating. The stomach one and this inguinal one is really good to kind of promote flow in that area to help you kind of process everything. The body is a basically fluid and pressure system, so anything you can do to help the body flow the fluids through the body and change the pressure in the body to make it somewhat better for you is a good thing. So again, you could do the tapping here or you can do the rubbing. Doesn't really matter. I kind of like tapping kind of deal here. But again, if you're using this for daily use, I would say, stay consistent with it. Stay very consistent. Again, this doesn't really take long. This is the fifth spot, and we only have one more spot and then one small exercise after that. But after you get the lymph nodes going, like we're doing now, your body is already trying to move things toward the lymph system, but this just helps it a bit more. And like I'm saying, this specific spot helps a lot with digestion and bloating and overall discomfort that you may have in the stomach and intestines region. Okay. Last one we got is the popliteal region. So popliteal region is basically right behind the knee. You have a bundle of lymph nodes there, right? So you are just rubbing here, just like that, or tapping, whichever one kind of suits you. You can oscillate in between the two. Again, And you want to do them in this specific order because this helps everything flow to where it needs to go. There we go. Nice and simple. Now the only exercise that we have here is going to be a bouncing. Now, some people have like a rebounder. You could use that, or you could just bounce as I'm going to show you right here. You don't need anything, but we're here. We're just going to bounce. You can literally jump, or you can come up onto the toes and kind of just come down onto the heels, almost just letting everything kind of reverberate, right? And that is going to assist in the lymph. What I like to do sometimes is literally like just jump rope after, um, just because you need this jumping motion to kind of get everything going. Walking is good too, but right after, we want to do about 30 seconds to a minute of this, nice and simple. You get a jump start on your lymph system, and each time you do the big six, this is very good to do. And then making sure that you are properly hydrated after. Even if you're properly hydrated, again, you may feel those symptoms that I mentioned earlier, but those are all symptoms of detoxing and getting things out of your body and getting rid of things. This is a very good process because the more things you can get rid of, the more things you can actually bring in. So if you're one of those people that are struggling with any sort of weight loss journey or any sort of health journey, this is going to be something that is highly recommended to throw into your routine to really just help yourself out. And if you like this video and find this useful, I do have a bunch of other videos just like this on my channel that will help you out and help you kind of navigate your health and fitness and wellness. So that is all I got for you guys on this one. I hope to see you in the next one. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave those down below. Or if you have a topic that you want covered in the next video, go ahead and tell me in the comments. I'm always taking video suggestions and I'm always trying to see what's kind of going on with everybody. Let me know how you feel after this video. Some people feel just a little bit more clear. There is a way more in-depth version of this, but I want to keep it nice and simple, something that you can easily do each and every single day. And once you learn the big six, you don't really need to follow this video. You know the 6 different areas and do them in that exact order. And I will see you in the next video.